Greetings to all my dear friends at Bluffton First United Methodist Church. If you are wondering where I have been for the last 2 years, well, I now reside in Minnesota, living with my son David and his wife Judy. I couldn't be happier in my new surroundings. But I miss you all, and I want you to know that I am with you in spirit, celebrating this important anniversary of our church. My memories of life in the church began when my mother, Olive Grimsley, joined the faculty of Bluffton schools to become music supervisor. This would be at about 1932. In moving to a new community, my mother and I soon became members of the First United Methodist Church. She was quite involved in the music as a soloist and eventually as director of music, and she remained that until 1969 when she retired. During my early days in the church, I was active in the youth activities. I remember being a member of Epworth League and spending meaningful and fun times at Epworth Forest, particularly at that nice little Bluffton cottage that we owned at that time. In 1945, after graduating from IU and also teaching for 2 years at Washington, Indiana, I married my husband, Bob Cline, who was just home from the South Pacific. He had been there as part of the Ohio 37th Division. We settled in Columbus, Ohio, until Bob was called back into the Korean situation. From there, we decided to make Bluffton our home. Bob and I raised 3 children who also grew up as active participants in our church. Carol, David, and Bill were all married at First United Methodist Church. All of them have supported the music program, singing and ringing, and finally, even their children coming to sing with us on Christmas Eve. Even though I was teaching music at Southern Wells, I was very active with the church music, developing a pretty strong children's choir program for which we were most proud. I worked closely with my mother also on projects together, which was very nice. I became a diaconal minister of music in the Methodist Church, and then from there I decided to promote the English handbell choir, which I thought would enhance our music in a great way, and it has continued to do that to this day. In 1969, I followed in my mother's footsteps and became director of music, and I remained in that position for almost 40 years. The handbell choir, named the Bel Airs by Joyce Philbaum, involved individuals of all ages who became very committed and a very close-knit group. The Bel Airs attended and performed at handbell festivals across the United States, picking blueberries, baking cookies, or selling lots of rotisserie chicken in order to pay our way. Through all these years, Bluffton First United Methodist Church has consistently had a very fine chancel choir, giving meaningful church services and joys of hearing beautiful music by many wonderful singers. So many beautiful voices have gone through our choirs, and they still ring in our hearts, even though the singers have gone on. The chancel choir has always offered special services such as Christmas Eve service, such as choir Sundays, many different kinds of services that we have provided. I have been blessed through the years to have Max Stuckey as a good partner in this music making together. My, what a great talent we have here. Someone who can play this magnificent organ and piano in such a beautiful way. We are very blessed. Max followed me then as I retired and became director of music, and now directs the Bel Airs and the Chancel Choir. So now I wish you a wonderful celebration of our beloved church. And may First United Methodist Church continue to lead the Bluffton community in faithful ways for many years to come. Years pass, yes, but memories remain. I'll always keep you in my heart, very dear to my heart. May I leave you with this blessing. May God bless you. May God's love always surround you. May His joy always be with you. May you live in peace.